Somewhere behind a border stage, tucked between a container-turned shop selling SIM cards and a guy roasting maize on a hubcap, lies the sacred temple of resurrection, the African garage. But don't expect hydraulic lifts, uniforms, or a reception desk. This is the domain of what we call the mechanici, a mythical figure in oil-stained shorts, one screwdriver in hand, and the confidence that can bring the dead back to life, mechanically speaking.
What is your gender?
My gender?
I'm a mechanic.
African mechanics don't operate with manuals. They operate with ancestral instincts, pure vibes, and muscle memory passed down through generations, who fixed the same old Toyota Corolla since 1984.
Janja. Ngoja chukua video kidogo. Tanzania.
You don't find them, they find you, especially when your car starts coughing in the middle of nowhere.
Hajakamata vizuri. Ngoja. Kamata vizuri mzee. Kisibo hapo naungua.
The moment you hear the phrase, "Let me check something," just know you are in the presence of greatness, or at least in the middle of an engineering gamble that somehow works every time.
Chuma hatari.
Inawasha time.
Chuma hiyo mwanangu, unaiona? Tani 40 imebakia tani 40.
Now, let's begin with the workspace, which can be anywhere gravity allows. Under a mango tree, besides a ditch, or outside someone's auntie's house. There's no garage in the Western sense. Only what can hold a jack, an oil-stained tree, and a man squinting in the engine like it owes him money. Shade is a privilege. Rain? An extra coolant. And the toolbox? Sometimes it's an ice cream tub. Other times it's a rice sack. The most used tool? A hammer. In African mechanical science, you either tighten it or beat it until it respects you. Now, for the vehicles, these aren't cars. These are survivors. Machines that have been rebuilt so many times, they no longer qualify for a brand. A 1993 Nissan March on Faith, chewing gum, and one brake pad. The African mechanic doesn't care what emblem is on the bonnet. Mercedes, Bajaj, no problem.
A mechanic is a person who can forge your vehicle so that you can live. But an engineer is a person who repairs your vehicle.
Especially which part?
Every part. Yeah.
An engine is an engine. And that's what they say when pouring old cooking oil in the gearbox with the calm of a pharmacist. Diagnosis? Forget digital scanners. Here, the holy trinity of the vehicle assessment is ears, nose, and vibes. It's making a strange noise, you say? The mechanic squats, tilts his head, and taps the bonnet twice, listens closely, then gives you a full diagnosis. It's the carburetor. No test needed.
Nee.
Wow, massa kunt ek sien wat fout is de carburetor. Ja, maar luister hier man. Jou kar is te hoog, drop die kar 'n bietjie man. Sit na BBS Max and sound. And then the carburetor. Ja, los die carburetor.
This man can hear a misaligned bearing from the next street, sniff out a blown gasket, and sense a worn clutch just from you describing your drive to church.
What's the problem?
It has been checking.
The car is checking. Oga, it is the alternator. Oga, the alternator is not supplying power to the carburetor and the injector, so it's affecting the radiator, and the vibrator cannot work effectively. That is why the car is jerking.
Their ears are more accurate than Google, and their gut feeling more reliable than your speedometer.
What is the problem?
The acceleration is not in full compression as a result of poor compression from the compressor. And so it's affecting the ignition. That's why the boat cannot start.
When you ask if it's original, they'll squint, nod confidently and say, it's not fake, it's from Dubai. The truth is, in African garages, parts come from mysterious places, back alley junkyards, WhatsApp groups, and sometimes even from other vehicles still in use. A lawnmower engine replaces a scooter's. A sandal straps a bumper in place. And if all fails, zip ties and wires save the day. The part may not look like the old one, but if it fits and doesn't explode immediately, it's certified. And of course, the concept of time. Come back in 1 hour means come back tomorrow afternoon, maybe next week, but somehow, when the sun sets and you return for the 7th time, the car rose back to life. You stay in disbelief. The mechanic's mind's like a magician who just pulled a goat from a hat, because he didn't just fix your car, he resurrected it. The cast of characters around the garage is its own cinematic universe. There's always an apprentice who's been learning for 6 years, but still thinks a carburetor is a type of a goat.
But the car cannot move again. The speedometer is finished.
Look, my friend, if you are joking with me, you better stop it. I'm not your mate.
Oga, this is not a matter of maths, or this is matter of experience, Oga. This car is supposed to cover about 2.16 million kilometers, but it has made more than that, so you need to change the engine.
Look, I think you're stupid.
Then there's the philosopher who offers marital advice while draining your radiator. The mechanic who only works on one brand, especially the one that hasn't been manufactured since the 1990s. The radio DJ blasting bongo flavor on an old car battery. And let's not forget the gossip. The man who doesn't fix anything but knows every car's crash history and every customer's secret.
Give me screwdriver and 17 flat. What is this?
17 flat.
And what is this?
It's screwdriver.
God, why now?
In the end, African mechanics aren't just fixing cars. They are holding up the continent. They are keeping ambulances running with wires and hopes, patched border borders with threads and prayers, and matatus back on the road using nothing but a hammer, a stolen mirror, and vibes. These aren't just repairmen. They are miracle workers in oil-stained vests, philosophers with spanners, and the backbone of every town. Their garages aren't just workshops. They are confessional booths, therapy corners, and community centers where laughter, noise, and smell of diesel mixed into something strangely comforting. So the next time you hear an engine rattle or see smoke from your hood, don't panic. Just look around for the nearest tree, and chances are there's a mechanic under it who's already solved the problem in his head. No gloves, no Google, no problem. Just give him time, space. You might drive away missing a hubcap with a new sound you've never heard before, but drive away you shall. Because in Africa, perfection is expensive, but function is gold. And function, my friend, is exactly what African mechanics deliver. One glorious, greasy miracle at a time.